If you guys don't know what No Man's Sky is, it's basically just a really fun space exploration game. You can find your perfect planet and build a base, and yes, this is my perfect planet. A few of my friends have come to it and said that it looks really creepy. One of my friends even said it looks like the Upside Down before it was the Upside Down, but I mean, I like it. I think it's really cool. So I built a little house here. You know, I'll just start the video by giving you guys a little tour. This is actually the back door to my house, but you know, basically got some power units here, some generators hooked up to some extra batteries just in case. This is also the only room in the house that has solar panels on top of it, only because if this runs out of power or fuel or anything, I want this portal to at least have somewhat power so I can get back. I don't know if it like I feel like I might be able to get back even if the portal is off, but like at the same time I don't want to take that risk if I'm like really far away. Plus once you beat the game, you go to a whole different galaxy, so like it would be really hard to get back if I didn't have that. In the back I have this little storage room, and it's connected to my room. You can't actually sleep on the bed, but I have a little save point there. It's really the only useful thing in the room. I can spin the chair, but I can't sit on it. And then the room that connects my bedroom and the portal room is just like a essential room, like appearance modifier. I can refill health, my hazard protection, and the message module. The thing is though, I used to play on survival mode, but after I beat the story, I put not creative mode on, but like I turned the health bar off. I guess technically you could call that I guess technically that is creative mode, but the sentinels just get really annoying once you beat the game. I don't know if it's just my experience, but like before I beat the game, there was no sentinels on my planet, there was no sentinels on my settlement. I barely got scanned when I was in space, like the cargo scans that they be doing. But now that I beat the game, that shit happens so often, and I just turned the health bar off because I was getting annoyed. But anyways, this room is just an essential room, I guess, with, again, one useful thing, just the refiner. Everything else is for decoration. But in here, everything is useful because this is where all my, like, people are. I don't exactly know what they're, like, well, I know, like, what their title is. Like, this is the overseer, scientist. I think this is the armor, or, like, the weapons dude, but either way I'm just gonna call him the armor, and this is the technician for the exocrafts. And then I got the farmer in here who works in the agriculture. Now we got a little personal galactic trade terminal just in case I needed to buy or sell things, because you know we'd be making a profit. As you can see, I got 12 million units, and I don't even know what either of these things do. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what this one does because it's in the name. It has something to do with antimatter, but this one, like, I feel like I don't even know. Do I just, like, put items in here? Dismantled, I have no idea what either of these do, and I've never used it. The only thing I've used in this room is this, and sometimes this, because it supposedly makes the most perfect sphere in the world. It even says it right here, finding the universe's most perfect sphere. But underneath the sphere, we got a little ladder. Oh, I didn't mean to go back. Down the ladder, we got Nip Nip Buds, which is this version's game of weed. Don't ask why it's the only thing I grow in my house. I'm not even joking. Like, this is deadass just this game's version of weed. Like, it doesn't say it on this, but if I can find, like, the packets right here, allows beak traders to release a delightfully scented packet of gas. Hey. I ain't against it. This is another back door. It leads to my ship. This is my small ship right now. I don't know why, but it gives me like Green Goblin grenade vibes, but like with wings and yellow. It also looks like a fly. There's not really too much left to show you in my house. I mean, there's like a viewing sphere to look into my backyard. There's like a livestock unit, and oh, I didn't even realize that I could reach it from here. And in this room, it's just more power units because once I extended the house, it required more power, so I needed to build 8. If you're wondering what that sick beat is, it's this bite beat device. I didn't make the beat, it kind of like came with it, but I adjusted this shit like a lot. So like, even though I didn't exactly make the beat, I edited it. So yeah, and all my land vehicles are up here. I guess that's not really a land vehicle because it floats, but I mean, it doesn't really get more than like 2 feet off the ground, so you can still call it a land vehicle. I named my planet Enigma, because I thought it was cool. And partially I regret putting it in all caps, but I can't change it. So, yeah. And the one was on purpose. This is my freighter, you know, just a regular old freighter. I put it in pitch black because I thought it looked really cool, kind of like Batman. I'd love to show you all my ships, but I guess the freighter can't spawn them all at once, even though there's 9 slots. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ships. So they should all be able to fit in here. My favorite one is this one. And I have a few other favorites, like this one is like my main fighting one, I guess. It's called Shuant's Lost Work. It's pretty cool. I wish you could change the color of ships, but you can't. And Father of Freedom. This is my first ship, and I remember specifically getting it because I was on a very high radiation planet, and I didn't have enough money for it, so I paused the game, made my purchases free, bought it, and then made my purchases not free again. So I basically just needed a good ship, and I mean, sue me if you have a problem with it. So this teleports me up to the main working area. He gives me like missions to send my fleet on. Now at first I had 1 fleet room, you know, not much to really go off of. If I had 5 fleet members, I can send them on 1 nice mission. But now, with the new upgrade that I did to my freighter, obviously you didn't see version 1, but I have 6 fleet rooms now, and this one is done with its mission. This one isn't done yet, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but that is a literal space whale that is part of my fleet. I got like it was called a Dream Aerial. I think it's like some satellite, and I was going super fast in space using the pulse engine, and that whale just showed up and was like, yo, I'm gonna sing to your family, or your fleet. I don't know why I said to family. He said that he was gonna sing to us, make us feel proud during war, and yeah, that was pretty much the origin story of Eugene. That's what I named him. And this is just like, I guess, the main work area with a portal and an appearance changer room. A portable galactic trade terminal. This one actually follows you around, which is kind of cool. The space probe planetary activator thing. It'll tell you the details of each planet and will give you a basic rundown of the materials that are on it. Not only is the planet that I live on desolate, but the solar system that I live on is too. Literally, there's no economy, no conflict level, no dominant life form. It's just a completely desolate and empty solar system, and I prefer being alone, so I like it that way. I guess the next place we can go to is my settlement, which is literally just the neighboring system. For some reason I was floating when we got here, but I'm not gonna complain. We are moving in on the settlement. Now before you guys say that this probably wasn't the best planet to pick a settlement on, I didn't know that I had options. Because the way I found this settlement was not through a settlement map from the space station, which is how normally you'd get a settlement in this game. You'd go to the space station, talk to the cartographer, and buy a settlement map. They called me. Like, I had a random distress signal. I was told to come to this planet, found this settlement, and they were like, yo, be our overseer. And I was like, bet. When I found out that there were other settlements and I could get it on a really good planet, not on a planet that's, you know, toxic, a lot better things that I could have chosen. But I'm already so far into this settlement that I don't want to give up. Plus, I don't know, kind of attached to these people. Like, not much character development, but being the overseer for these people so long is, it's nice. Alright, so I've gotten this same thing, not like the exact same thing, but a very similar thing like 3 times. It always has this in it. I don't know what that first word is, but I keep seeing this trade in blood thing. It's like the 3rd time it popped up. Just watch that bad boy land. Straight out of Star Wars. Not exactly, but a little bit. Another reason that this planet is also like tolerable for me, and I don't want to leave the settlement, is that the sky is purple, which is my favorite color. So, you know. But there is also a giant worm that lives inside the planet. I've only seen it like twice. but my first ever time seeing it, I was in the settlement. I was in the middle of constructing a building. I forget exactly which one, but you have to construct various throughout your settlement. And while I was doing that, I heard a big shake. Like, I felt it on the planet and heard it, and then I look up and then just see this giant worm, like, jumping over the settlement. I guess what we could do now is go to this space anomaly, and I don't know. I know it doesn't look like it on the inside at all, but from what it looked like on the outside, I like to call this giant machine the Death Star. In the game, it's called the Space Anomaly, and I guess it's like the hub for all the players to go get missions, and sometimes even during the main story, you have to come back here to do stuff, but for the most part, it's just like a general hub. Yo, I don't know what this animal is, but it's pretty cool. I'm not even gonna lie. I think mine's cooler, though. It's like deadass just an orb of electricity. I didn't name them, by the way. Eventually, I'm probably going to give them all, like, special names. But for now, this dude is just named Diplo. I'm probably going to change his name to Dipper, like from Gravity Falls. Only because it's, like, very similar. Probably going to keep most of the animals' names similar to what they first were. But, for the space whale in my fleet, Eugene was completely random. I forget what his name was before, but it started with a V. This shape kind of looks... Oh wait, this is just a weirder version of mine. Not my current one, but that yellow one that I had earlier. Here's another version of it right here. It kind of looks very similar to that red one over there. It's got like the big wings. Alright, but yeah, not really much to do in the space anomaly other than Nexus missions, but I did all my Quicksilver missions today, so I'm just gonna skedaddle. I'm currently frozen in the exiting loop out of the space anomaly, so I guess this is just my life now.